From the best teams, to dark horses, to complete frauds. Here's everything you need to know before the 2026 NFL playoffs. Let's begin with the top squads heading into the postseason, starting with the Super Bowl favorites, the Seattle Seahawks. Their big turnaround heavily involves their new star QB Sam Darnold, who solidified himself as a top player this season. With Coach of the Year candidate Mike Macdonald and top Offensive Player of the Year Jackson Smith-Njigba, the Seahawks are looking to win their second ever Super Bowl, and they are currently the team to beat. Let's talk about the next best team, the Los Angeles Rams. Despite a rocky finish to the season and entering the postseason as the number 5 seed, the Rams are one of the best teams in the NFL. Led by MVP favorite Matthew Stafford and Offensive Player of the Year candidate Puka Nacua, the Rams' dominant offense will be scary. Though they are the 5 seed, they have by far the easiest opponent in the postseason, the 8 and 9 Carolina Panthers. They also have tons of playoff experience this decade, which is vital to make a long run. The hottest teams in the NFC are the Seahawks and Rams, and if they played against each other in the playoffs, absolute cinema. Now, let's look at the AFC's top squad, the Denver Broncos. With an impressive 14-3 record and an elite defense, the Broncos seem like a Super Bowl contender. However, 11 of their wins were one-score wins, which it's important to keep in mind. However, though most games are close, the Broncos keep finding a way to win, and they are looking to return to dominance. Now, let's look at some of the dark horses, teams that could surprise everyone and make a deep playoff run. First up, we have the San Francisco 49ers. Though they are the 6th seed, they had a better record than every NFC team outside the West. Brock Purdy missed a decent chunk of the season, but he's proven himself to be a top QB. Also, Christian McCaffrey has proven he's still got the sauce, so watch out for this team. Another underrated team is the Houston Texans. For the second time in franchise history, they made the playoffs after starting 0-3. They are currently on a 9-game winning streak. They have an easier playoff opponent in the Pittsburgh Steelers. But if they can also win against a top team like the Broncos, this team could be Super Bowl contenders. Finally, I have the Green Bay Packers. They are the 7th seed in the NFC, but they are up against an inexperienced playoff team, the Chicago Bears. In this matchup, we'll see how much playoff experience actually matters, because the Packers have a lot. Now, these next teams may appear good on the surface, but don't be surprised if they exit the playoffs early. My first team on fraud alert is the New England Patriots. Now, I know Drake May had an MVP caliber season, but keep in mind that the Patriots only beat one team this year with a winning record. 12 of their 14 wins were against non-playoff teams. We'll see if these stats truly matter when the Pats play the Chargers, but don't be surprised if it ends in an upset. Next, I have the 3-seed Jaguars. Sure, they seem pretty good, but their first-round opponent is the Buffalo Bills, a team you don't want to play in the playoffs unless you're the Chiefs. The Jaguars simply don't have what it takes to beat the Bills, and they are going on my fraud watch. My final playoff frauds are the Chicago Bears. They looked dominant in the regular season, and Caleb Williams looks like a future top quarterback, but they simply lack playoff experience. They haven't won a playoff game since 2011, and going against the playoff magnet Green Bay Packers won't be easy. Watch out for Green Bay, and look out for Chicago leaving the postseason early. Now, let's look at the best teams coming into the season who underperformed and missed out. Obviously, we have to talk about the Chiefs first. For the first time since 2015, the back-to-back champions won't be in the playoffs. Not only them, but the Ravens also missed the playoffs. In the final regular game of the season, the Ravens just had to make a field goal to go to the playoffs, and they missed. coach got fired. Without the Chiefs and the Ravens, the AFC is almost impossible to predict who will come out on top. In the NFC, the Lions were the biggest team to miss the playoffs. Both teams that went 15-2 last season are eliminated this season. The Lions finished last in their division, and they are going to have to get back to the drawing board next season. Now, here are two important teams we haven't covered yet. Starting with the Bills. Without the Chiefs and the Ravens, the Bills have their best shot at the Super Bowl. However, they're the 6th seed, meaning they're not going to be the favorites for most of their games. This is Josh Allen's best shot to win a ring, but he's still going to have to get through the best AFC teams to get there. And finally, we got to talk about the reigning Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles don't look as dominant as last season, but they are still the NFC's 3 seed. Basically, the only thing in their way is the NFC West gauntlet. If they can take care of that powerhouse division, they should be back to the main event.
On the play fake, Hurts, lofting end zone, caught! Touchdown Eagles!
All in all, this might be the craziest and most unpredictable playoffs we've seen in years. This is the first time since 2011 where out of the 8 division winners, 7 didn't win last year. And the only back-to-back division winner is the Eagles, which is crazy because they are the first back-to-back NFC East champs since 2004. There are plenty of new teams with lots to prove against teams who have fallen short in the playoffs many times. Hoping this year will be different. This very well could be the greatest playoffs we've seen in years. And that is everything you need to know before the 2026 NFL playoffs begins.